Okay. Now we're pretty familiar with our dashboard. We know how to set up, KvCore, make sure we have all the right information on there under your profile. We know what the smart CRM looks like. We know how to navigate and create, your own filters, interact with different contacts, add hashtags to them. Um, yeah, let's see. And yeah, we know what this whole interface looks like, hopefully. Now we're going to move on to the playbooks. Okay. And before I get this started, I want to make time for maybe a question if anyone has one. Are we all experts on those basics? Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. So playbooks is it's a little tough to explain, but once you understand how it works, it will simplify a lot of the things you use, CRMs for, software like KvCore. So they're basically a um, a playbook is a way to streamline certain processes. So let's start off with the gather your sphere playbook. We're going to do gather your sphere and work your sphere. Okay, so if I come up to the playbook section and we open this playbook, gather your sphere, it's going to bring this page up and you want to open the playbook right here. Okay, so this will walk you through uploading your contacts to KvCore. And you can do that in one of two ways. You can let KvCore handle it, or you can do it yourself. Okay, so this is the first thing you'll see when you open this playbook. When I signed up for KvCore, I actually chose the let us handle it method. And I noticed that they didn't do a great job at that. So I had to actually remove all of my contacts and it was really grindy. And then I ended up doing it myself. Um, During the last Tech Tuesday, I think someone suggested I do short videos on how to, do certain things on the app. And I've actually started doing that. I will edit those and post those. Maybe I'll do one of, how to upload your contacts yourself. It can seem a little bit scary, but it's actually pretty straightforward. So yeah, you have these two methods. I recommend you do it yourself. And once you do decide to do that, you could just press get started here. Or if you want to let the KvCore team handle it, you could just submit your contacts file. And they accept CSV files, I believe, or an Excel spreadsheet. So you could get started there. It'll take you to a page where you can upload that file and it will walk you through setting that up. Me explaining this will take some time, so we're gonna skip this step. And but I will make sure to compile something where you guys can see how this look if you're interested. And I'll make sure to leave my contact information so that I can send that to you guys upon request. Okay, but this section right here will have you import all of your contacts into the software. And this is very important because if you don't have anyone in your system, then KvCore doesn't have anyone to, market to. You won't be able to do anything. So make sure all of your contacts are in KvCore. Doesn't matter who it is, friends, family, anyone. You can use it to reach out to anyone very easily and keep track of pretty much everything. So I don't see a reason why not to just, upload your stuff there. So once you have your contacts uploaded, whichever way you decide, you can press done here. And then it will take you to the next section. Okay. So we just did the to use the right terminology, this whole thing is a playbook. And each of these sections are plays. I think that's what KvCore calls them. So once you're done with the import your sphere contacts play, we want to do the capture social media sphere play. Okay. And this one is really cool too. It's still importing more contacts into your database, but in a different way. So KvCore has two options for you to do that, capture people through social media. You can create a market report squeeze page, or you can do a home valuation landing page. These are really similar, but basically the market report squeeze page is you basically providing a free market report of a certain area of your choosing, and you can share a link to that market report to anyone on your social media, platform. So I'm going to take this off, and let's say we want to offer a market report for the city of Torrance. So I could just type Torrance in here, and KvCore will think and actually find it. So click on that. So that will now register into the system once it pops up here. And as you see, this link will refresh. Okay, so this is really important because you can just copy this link and paste it onto a social media post of your choosing, a social media platform of your choosing, if it's not, Facebook, Twitter, or Pinterest. So you could have Instagram maybe, or maybe TikTok if you advertise on there. You could provide that link, just copy and paste it onto the post. And this is really great. I hope they make these buttons for more social media platforms. But when you populate this field right here, you can directly click on, let's say, Facebook, for example. I'm going to click on it so we see what it looks like. It will open up Facebook and already create the whole post for you. This is very powerful because it does all the work for you with just the click of a button. So it'll automatically log on, and you can move this out the way. You can post this to your feed. You can, add it to your story. You can tag friends in this post. You can even put how you're feeling. Let's say I'm feeling happy, so you can put that on there. You can even add text, This is a free market report for all of you guys. Create your post, sky's the limit. You make it look nice, add some emojis, more information. And then you could just press the post to Facebook, and it's out there into the world. Anyone who clicks on this link right here will be taken to your website. And what's going to happen is there's going to be a pop-up on your website that's going to ask them for their email and their phone number. Okay, so we're going to actually emulate that process. So I'm going to copy this link, and then I'm going to paste it on here. Oh, that way we know what it looks like. So it'll take them to your website, and then they will see that market report. It didn't ask me for that contact information because I actually made a username for myself. So let's actually open a whole new web browser, and we're going to search that up. That way we can see how it really looks. There you go. So when they click on that link, this is what they will see. Your website will ask them to put their email address. So once they pop that in, it will also ask them for their phone number. And I love the way KvCore, the KvCore website does this, because you get, all the information you need to reach out to them, and they do it in a really slick way, because your phone number is your password to your account on my website. And if you pay attention to the address bar, you could see that this is my KvCore website. So once they fill all this in, they put their contact information. They can continue with their email. I already have an account, so I'm not gonna mess up the system. But once they click on continue with that information, that is when they will see the page we have on the left-hand side. As you can see, it'll show the market report for the Torrance area, and cool stuff. It gives them a map, and it gives them recent listings in that area. So to answer your question, Misty, someone who clicks on this listing, for example, will pop up on my KvCore. Let's see if I could get to it. Let me close this page. Boom. So say they're on this page right here, and they click on any of these sold listings in the Torrance area, or recent listing, or anything at all, that will actually register right here. Let me close this real quick on my dashboard. It'll say such and such person viewed a listing, and it will populate right here, and you'll see exactly what they clicked on and what they were looking for. So that's how that ends up right here. Okay, there's a question in the chat. Face the name. Yeah. Thank you. Let me close this. All right, so yeah, so that's how that happens, Misty. I don't know if that clarifies that for you. But yeah, and they even get the option to search for other areas, counties, or neighborhoods, So if you want to see stuff in 90504, you could pop that in there, and then it will generate a market report for that area there. I don't know what happened there. Oh, somebody's trying to join the room. So I'm trying to make it see another neighborhood here. So let me. Okay, technical difficulties, but it's supposed to show them other areas too. I think it just might be my browser messing up. It's not showing that information. But that's kind of what that process looks like. Okay, so I'm going to close this page. And yeah, they have all this information. I'm going to close this page also, close the Facebook one. Does it tell you if they visit your page but didn't click on any listings? No, it does not register that for you because KvCore won't know, the person's name or email or phone number. So the only time it will populate here is if KvCore has any information about them. So that's why they need to sign up with their email or phone number for it to populate right here, because then you have no way of getting back to them. It's data you're not able to use because it doesn't come with any information. There might be another place somewhere where you can see all that data, but not to my knowledge. The only thing that will pop up here is people who have submitted their information in conjunction with clicking on a listing or something. So I don't know if that answers your question, Raquel, but that's the case. All right, so yeah, that's how stuff populates right here. Okay, so let's go back to our playbook. Gather your sphere, open the book. Let's see, I'm getting some questions here. Oh, I just let Misty back in the room. I'm not sure, but I'll keep an eye out for her trying to rejoin in case she crashes again. All right, thank you, Tisha. And this is being recorded too, so we can go over it again. All right. So we've already done the import your sphere play. We are on capture social media sphere play. Okay. So now you know how the market report squeeze page kind of works. Okay. So this is a way for you to give free, information to people out there, and they can click on that link and provide you with their email or phone number, and your website will keep track of the properties they look at or what kind of searches they do. Okay, and that will keep feeding into your whole database of people you need to get back to. Something that's also really powerful is you can add a specific hashtag to anyone who clicks on that link. Okay, so if I click on add right here, and let's do Facebook for the source, in case you're planning on putting this on Facebook, you can add it could be whatever you want. Let's just call it tests right now. Okay, so I created this extra hashtag, and once I press save, this link right here actually refreshed. I don't know if you paid attention. So anyone who clicks on this link and signs up on my website will get registered to my smart CRM, and they will have the test hashtag attached to them. So if you're trying to see where a particular contact came from, this can be very powerful because you can identify them through that hashtag. Okay. There could be multiple scenarios where you do something like this. Maybe you're sharing this market report on your social media page, but you're only trying to attract, maybe veterans. You can add some, text on there saying, hey, veterans, click right here and I can give you a free market report for whatever reason. And whenever they sign up, they'll get the test hashtag ad. So later on, when you want to get back to those people, you can kind of select all of them at once by just searching with this hashtag you have automatically set to them, which is super powerful. And if you want to take that off, you just press the add button again, click the little X, and then you save, and then it goes away. Okay. So that's what the market report squeeze page looks like. And this is how you can get more leads and capture more people and get more information. And at the bottom here, just like the market report squeeze page, you have the home valuation landing page. So obviously this is geared towards, more so sellers. In the same concept, you can, it'll provide you with a link for them to click on. And once they go to that link, it'll bring up a page where they can put their home address, and the KvCore website will actually give them an estimate of what their property might be worth and the recent listings that have sold in their area and a bunch of cool info. And obviously you'll capture the email and contact information for them to be able to see that, which all will be funneled into your smart CRM tool. Okay. So I'll show you guys this one also really quickly. So the domain area right here, this should only be your KvCore website. You won't get the option to add anything else. I don't know why there's even a search bar, but this should just stay as your KvCore website. Okay. And then the link right here, you can copy this and just paste it on your social media platform of your choosing, or just in the same way as the market report squeeze page, you could just press the share button on the options we have down there. And as you see, it'll also create that whole post for you. You don't have to do anything. If you want, you can add, your own information on there if you're targeting a specific group of people, or just leave it blank, and that's that. Okay. Give me 1 second. All right. Yeah, so on here, you can also post it to your story. You can add a bunch of cool information on here too. So I'm going to close out this page and we're going to go back to the platform. So yeah, you have the option to share it on Twitter. You have the option to share it on Pinterest. And I wish they also had an option to add hashtags to people who click on that link, but I don't know why there isn't one. Maybe in the future, they're going to add that on there. So let me kind of show you actually what that link looks like. Okay, so we're going to open up a new page right here. Let's make it a little bigger. So this is what that landing page looks like for the home valuation. So once they click on that link, this is what they're going to see. They can enter their address, and let's just give a random address on there. Let's see, wherever this is. And also, I don't know why it does this. It's actually going to ask them twice. So once they put their address, it'll take them to your website, and then they'll have to put it in once more. But once they do, I believe this is the address we chose. So once they put their information on there and they press next, it will generate that market report. I've signed in already, so that's why it didn't ask me for the email and the phone number. But once they do, they will kind of see all this information right here. Okay, and it has your info at the bottom too. Here goes my bio again. So make sure you have a nice bio in there. Okay, so let's close this. And there we go. So now we know how to capture leads from our own contacts list. And we also know how to capture leads through our social media sphere of influence. You have plenty of ways to do that. Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, or just copy the link and paste it anywhere you want. Okay, so we've completed the import sphere section. So now, do we have any questions before I move on to the other sections? All right, no worries. So we're gonna move on to create a sphere group right here. Okay, this is the important stuff. Also, make sure to press done whenever you're finished with any of these plays. That way your information can register, and then it'll automatically move you to the next step. Okay, let's see, we have someone trying to enter the room. All right. Am I moving too fast, guys? Please tell me in the chat. Any feedback would be awesome. How are we doing? Thumbs up. Looking good. Cool. Let me switch this right here. All right. Next section we have is create sphere groups. Okay, so this section, let me get rid of all this so we can start fresh. So when you create we have a question. Oh, thank you, Melissa. I appreciate that. When you create in this section right here, when you create a sphere contact hashtag, that's basically you grouping contacts together. So you're basically creating another hashtag, but through the playbook, you can interact with those hashtags in a really cool and streamlined fashion. So for instance, once you get to this play right here, we're going to add another hashtag. And let's say we want to call our first sphere group, let's call them expired. Okay. I already have an expired hashtag, I'm pretty sure. So I'm just going to change this up a little bit. Let's call it expired one, but principle is the same. Just create whatever you want your group to be called, and they will get this hashtag attributed to them. Okay, so the first group right here is expired one, and you can create multiple groups, and this system will let you go through each of them and add people under it. We're just gonna do one for now, and then we're gonna press save and continue. So once you create that sphere group, now you can see at the top here, you can add people to that sphere group we just created, which is called expired one. So you can add contacts manually. You can type up their names. Most of my contacts are expired contacts. So let's just add a random person. Let's see. Let's say Julio. We can add Julio to the expired sphere group. Or if you want to do this a little bit faster, you can also add a specific group of people who have the same hashtag. So maybe I'm going to type expired here, Mojo EXP. So this is the contacts I've imported, and I've attributed this hashtag to them. So if I click this, it'll add all of those contacts into the sphere group. Okay. So I've added Julio, and I've also added any contact that has the Mojo EXP hashtag. Something that's really cool also, you can add your filters on there. So remember that test filter we created? So any contact that meets the criteria of that filter can also be added to this sphere group under the expired one hashtag. Okay. So you can add that too if you would like. And then boom, we've added a simple contact, Julio. We've added anyone with the Mojo EXP hashtag, and we also have our filter all into this sphere group hashtag right here. Okay, so once we're done with that, we're going to save and continue at the bottom. And as you see, this is the next section. Right now, we're under alerts and automations. This section doesn't have, this section is not only attributed to your sphere group. This is more so all of your contacts. But on here, you can kind of set the behavior you want KvCore to do. I don't know if you could even say do a behavior, but you can kind of automatically set actions that you want KvCore to take when a specific type of contact performs a specific action. So for instance, you can have it set to where all your active leads, all your new leads, prospect, and sphere, if they revisit, your website after 14 days, if this is checked right here, this will send you an alert saying, hey, such and such visited your website after 14 days. And KvCore will automatically send them an email. Okay, you can preview that email by clicking on preview right here, and it will show you what that kind of looks like. It'll say, hi, wherever it is, I'm glad you're able to spend a bit of time on my site again, etc., etc. You can edit these messages by pressing the edit right next, and go to town, do your own thing, and make it look as nice as you want. KvCore will also text them if this is on, and in the same way, you can preview that text, or you can edit that text, make it something you like. I recommend leaving all of this on because it takes a little bit of time to actually customize all of these messages, but the ones KvCore have are pretty cool and they're already made for you. So just go ahead and turn it on. Make sure KvCore is following up with people for you, because if you have all of these off, every day that's people you're not getting back to. So it's better to at least keep an open line of communication with people. And then later down the line, as you get more advanced and more familiar, you can edit the messages KvCore is sending out. So I recommend tweaking these, making sure you're taking advantage of all these pre-made features, and just keep them on and let it do its thing. Okay. So this is the setup contacts behavior alert section, or play. So once you have this set up, you want to save and continue. And in this next section is almost the same as the previous one. This one is more so geared towards when it's someone's birthday, or maybe when it's someone's anniversary. You can have KvCore automatically send them messages if it has that information. Okay. I don't have anyone's birthday on my CRM for some reason. So it's going to show 0 contacts with upcoming birthdays and 0 contacts with upcoming anniversaries. But if I did, you could keep all of these on, because you want to wish everyone a happy birthday. You know, you don't want to discriminate against anyone. You want the prospect to have a nice birthday and people you close with to have a nice birthday. So make sure, you know, you follow up with those people. It's good because it shows that, you know, you pay attention, even though KvCore is remembering everything for you, and it'll automatically send out emails when it's that special day for them. And you can see the email KvCore actually sends out by clicking change template right here. It'll kind of send them something like this. It'll have a birthday cake picture, and it says, "It's your day. I hope it's filled with celebration, favorite things, da da da. And then thank you for trusting me with your real estate needs." So you're always top of mind when it's real estate related. So any way you can do that is welcome in my book. In the same way, you can do the same thing for anniversaries here too. Okay, I don't have anyone's anniversary, but if you did, make sure this stuff is on. I'll actually turn everything on right now, so that when I do put that information on there, KvCore is already on it. Okay, so that's this section also complete. We're going to save and continue. And that's the first playbook done. So we successfully imported our contacts into KvCore, the manual route where you upload your own file. And then we've also shared links on our social media pages to import contacts from those sources as well. And then after that, we've created a sphere group for our playbook, and we've called it Expired One. And we've included contacts we have in our CRM to be under that hashtag so that we can interact with those people a little bit easier. You could go to town, create as many as you want, but we have one called Expired One. So after we've done that, we have put people under that hashtag, and we could do that manually. You could do it from, you know, hashtags, or you could add people from a filter you create. Okay, and you can see at the top here, we have 64 people under the sphere group, and we just did that together. If you click on the number, it'll actually show you, you know, all those people that are included. Okay, and then after that, we've set up our alerts and automated things that we want KvCore to do, and pretty self-explanatory stuff, super easy. It looks scary, but it's really nice once you get a hang of it.